So, Gyokko, aka the silly pot man, the art kind, not the drug kind, has just been released into the game, with one move, as is the case for every single early access character. This move is called Water Prison Pot, and it basically does an M2, but if you hit someone with it, it traps them in a bubble of water and stuns them, which lets you extend a combo. The move can sort of just be compared to your regular M2 or Nezuko's ultimate, Flaming Rage, because they all have the same startup, and as a move, it's okay. I guess if I have to say anything, it's a little bit uncreative, but hey, for the game, it works, and with how many characters they have, they're bound to repeat some stuff here and there. Anyways, the move on its own is kind of mid, I guess. It's not enough to make Gyokko a great moveset just with this alone. Unlike how overpowered Hantengu was, like, on release, this isn't enough to make Gyokko overpowered. It's a pretty balanced move, but actually I kind of like that compared to the BS that was other early accesses released into the game. And there are some weaknesses of the move, which I'm going to cover right now. Basically, the main weakness is that it has a long startup, which means that if you just go into M1s and do it like that, there's a chance that it can be perfect blocked because it gives your opponent enough time to at least jump out or block. Now, if you move stack the move onto your 4th M1, I'm pretty sure it's safe and you can guaranteed land the move, but I would still be careful because the startup is long enough that if you screw up your timing, it can let your opponent have just enough time so that they can perfect block your move, and now you're the one getting comboed. So I'd watch out for that. One thing I really do have to say about the move is that its cooldown is incredibly long for what it actually does. Now, this might mean that the moves you're going to get later on are going to be so ridiculously overpowered if you get a stun like this that it justifies the long cooldown, but right now we don't have that, so I would have to say that this move is honestly pretty mid. It is not overpowered, which is a good thing for the game's balance, in my opinion, but probably not a good thing for people who want to just spend early access money to get something really overpowered. Because this isn't overpowered, it's pretty balanced. In neutral, this move is honestly pretty useless. Unless you're fighting someone who's turtling, in which case it's just as useful as a normal M2. Which is to say it kinda sucks. Because it's a very small hitbox, just for one thing, and it also has a lot of startup, which is another problem in and of itself. With all of that startup, it's really easy for your opponent to just dash back if you aren't already comboing them. And because the hitbox is so small, there's no chance it's going to hit them if they just dash back. They can also just perfect block it, which is what some people did, some smarter people. But I wouldn't worry too much about that because you have to be kind of good to perfect block, and a lot of people in Rogue Demon kind of suck. In my first match using Gyokko, I did actually manage to win, though that was with a lot of buggy Enmu train kind of stuff, so take that with a grain of salt, and it was also a close win. All in all, the way I'd summarize this moveset and rating it in terms of strength is pretty low. It is a very weak moveset with just one move alone. And this move we've got is basically just a combo tool, so don't expect to just go into like a private server or a public server and just wreck everyone with this, because that's not how this move works. It's a pretty good combo tool, but it's not really much more than just a combo tool and I guess a guard break. So I would be careful with using this move. It's nothing brain dead like Anger, but it is a good tool for just extending a combo and getting some more damage. It's really simple, which does make this early access a little bit boring, and if you're gonna buy the early access game pass for Gyokko, I really would recommend you not do that, because it's really not worth it in its current state. Sorry to break it to you. But hey, it's one move, and it has just been released, so there's a lot of stuff that we don't know. And there's always a lot of chances for the developers to make some improvements later on. So I've honestly got pretty high hopes for the whole Gyokko pot thing. Anyways, if you enjoyed watching this video and my first little takes on this moveset, then make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time in another video. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.